Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's edition of He Say, She Say. I'm Mark.
And I'm Tiana. Hello, guys. How are you? Hope all is well.
Okay, this week we're going to do something a little bit fun. We're going to talk about something that's very important to us, but I don't know that we take the time to dissect and analyze. We're going to talk about friends a little bit because it's something that's we need to be, somewhat complete people. Our social life is important. So we're going to dissect the many different, help me out here. What word am I looking for? Avenues or ways? Dynamics. Perfect. Dynamics of friendship. So first of all, I'd like to start, and I want to ask Tiana. And again, we're going to open up the phone lines. We actually would like your input on this.
Yes, call us.
So the phone number will be posted on the screen for those of you who are following, and you can call in and let us know what you think. But first, I want to talk about how do you go about choosing your friends, or do we even choose our friends?
I don't think I've ever really chose my friends. I think it just is something that happens naturally. It's organic. Um, it's about me meshing with another person. Personalities have to click. I have to enjoy your personality. The energy is important. If we don't have good energy, if we're not vibing, then more than likely we won't stay friends.
Okay, because it's interesting that you said that because I do agree that there is a natural energy. You do want the friendships to be organic, but I think there is a distinct difference between friends that we term our day one niggas,
right,
versus friends that we make as we get older.
Okay.
A lot of times when you're younger, those friends that we make were basically out of proximity, right?
That's
I mean,
true.
you
Elementary school, neighborhood friends.
right. Now at that time, you had stuff in common, but life has a tendency to make us grow further apart.
Right.
And then we give those same friends, even though our interests have changed at times, we've grown apart. Some might have kids, you may not have kids, you might be in different stations in life. And you give those same friends a longevity pass.
Right.
So they'll be your friends almost regardless of what they do. Now, almost. Okay. You know, with girls, it's a little different. And guys, I the reason why I wanted to touch on this topic today because I feel like the whole friendship thing is very, very different amongst males than in females.
I completely agree.
Oh, you do?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, good. So we're gonna have fun with this topic. Tell me how you agree. In what ways you think they're different?
I think women, we tend to we're a little bit, I hate using this word, but we are a little bit more emotional when it comes to one another.
Why do you hate using that word?
Because it's a stigma that I just don't like when people put on women. That women are emotional, because I really don't think we're all emotional. I think some of us are emotional, but I don't think we're all emotional.
What about most?
I'll go with most. I'll go with most women are emotional. I'll go with that.
If a woman's not emotional, she's probably not.
No, to me, emotional is just it's drastic. That means you're always overreacting to something. That's how I look at the word emotional.
That's because you just said stigma.
Okay.
You view it negatively, but I mean,
do.
women are emotional, and they're supposed to be emotional. Not to say
not about everything though.
I don't think they're emotional about everything.
There are women who are emotional over everything.
If a woman has to kind of allow her emotions to lead her at times.
No, she doesn't. Sometimes you can allow common sense to lead you. You don't always have to allow emotions to lead you.
Okay, listen. We're gonna get in a really gray area here. Okay, so common sense. That term and women don't exactly.
Oh, that's bullshit. Connect. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Where am I wrong here?
Don't do that.
I'm wrong? How am I wrong on this?
So women lack common sense?
I don't think common sense is the rudder they use to navigate through life. I don't feel like it.
Whatever.
I think
common sense to me is anything that's practical.
But practicality isn't.
If it works.
Practicality isn't fun, and practicality is devoid of emotion.
I like using the word practicality to stay away from logic. I hate that word.
Why do you hate the word logic?
Because everything is.
We're learning a lot about Tiana tonight already, ladies and gentlemen. Certain words really don't do it for her.
To me, practical to me is what makes sense. It's more realistic.
But in a woman's mind, a lot of stuff doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to other people.
That's not true.
Well, look, I'm gonna put it to you like this. You're right about that, and please, Darnell, I hope you're recording because I just said she's right. I can't say emphatically that is an absolute truth. This is a man. I've never been a woman. This is a man from the outside looking in. That's what I see. But I don't believe. I think actually life would be less fun for women if they operated by common sense. So, I mean, because their emotions. Well, we're gonna actually. This is a nice tie into what you said that not all women are emotional. I think their emotions are kind of in tune with their intuition, right?
Right.
We say women have this great intuition, but I believe a lot of women have traded in their intuition for masculinity because a lot of women don't have that woman's intuition at all anymore.
So what is women's intuition to you?
To be just to be able to feel certain things that might not even be explained. It's not exactly supernatural, but women do know things. And you know what the funny part is? They will go against their gut 90% of the time. And that's when they end up in a trick bag, which is often nowadays.
I agree.
That's why dudes are winning.
I don't think dudes are winning.
We're not losing.
But y'all not winning.
What you calling it, a tie?
It's a tie.
How is it a tie?
It's a tie.
First of all, all right. We're getting a little bit off, but let's explain the dynamic of the friendship again further with the male and female, because I feel like a lot of women's friendships are very, very surface level.
Well, let me say this. I treat my friendships the same with both men and women. I cut them both off equally when I'm not happy. When the situation isn't working for me, I have no problems with cutting people off. I tell people that all the time. I have no problems with cutting the cord. If the energy isn't working, if we're not getting along, if we're having discussions or disagreements that we can't get past, I don't have any desire to continue that friendship.
Why is it so easy for you to cut them off?
I just don't believe on holding on to negativity. I don't believe on holding on to it. Like if it's just not working, if you find yourself arguing with each other more than you're actually having fun, then what's the purpose of having or calling that person a friend?
Okay, so I'm going to use my friends as an example. We argue when we're ready because males, our opinions aren't so fluid at times. They're not easily changed. So if one feels strong about an opinion, and another feels another way, it could be even to what I'm doing. They might say I might need to do, when it comes time to correct a behavior, and someone who's concerned about you might be telling you this, and human nature might be to make excuses or to justify our position, and it might get hot and heavy, and feelings might get hurt at the end of the day. But that is what a good friendship can withstand.
But back to the intuition thing, I think you know when that person is concerned for you, or if they're telling you something out of just jealousy or hatred or whatever the reason. Some people just find reasons to pick with you, or just always got something to say about your behavior because that's just who they are. I don't think everybody's telling you something because they're trying to help you.
Of course not. But see, I'm about to backtrack again with the women thing. I'm not so certain women know the difference, what you just said. A lot of times in their friendships. I'm not so certain that they can tell when someone is trying to help them versus when someone is an inner circle traitor.
I think I can.
Because you cut them off quick?
It's no, it's more so about how that person makes me feel. Like if they make me feel.
Just want to stop you there. If you notice, Tiana keeps using the word feel. Earlier, we were talking about women being more emotional. That's it. Go ahead. No, because I will allow you to make my point for me. So go ahead.
What was I saying? You distracted me now. I don't know where I was at. What was I saying?
You said it depends on how you feel.
Okay, so yes, it's about how I feel. That person, if whatever they're saying to me is making me feel low, that's not them trying to help me out.
I mm,
That's not them trying to help me out. When I have discussions with my friends, if I feel that my friends are doing something that needs to be corrected, I can actually sit down and have a conversation with them. It's not always received, and if it's not received, well, like I have a girlfriend who
you do?
we just a girlfriend that I just started hanging out with. And I noticed that sometimes when we talk, if I'm telling her something that I think that she needs to correct, she's very resistant of it. She gets really upset. She gets emotional, and then I'll fall back. I'll fall back. I'll let her soak it in. And 9 times out of 10, she's gonna call me back a couple days later and say you were absolutely
So
right.
what happens when you talk to her about her behavior again? I'm sorry,
I
I
say it to
blanked
her
out for a
in a
second.
way that she understands. And that's the problem I have with people. Like if you're trying
But
to,
her initial reaction is what?
it's to be resistant of it.
Hmm.
She,
And then
she
and what happens when she gets resistant?
she shuts down.
Uh huh.
She shuts
But it
down.
doesn't turn argumentative or anything like that.
It can only turn argumentative if I argue with her.
Hmm.
And that's not my intent. So I'm not gonna argue with her. I want her to hear me, but I'm not trying to argue about it.
Now, is that your experience with just this
That is
woman?
my
Or?
approach with most of my
No, I'm
girlfriends.
talking about how they react.
Um, with this one in particular, yes. And I think it's only because she has a very strong personality.
What does that mean?
Strong.
Jesus, I hear a lot of women say
strong
that. What does that mean?
strong in a sense where she's not passive.
Mm.
You know what I mean? She's quick to react.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a tad bit emotional.
Mm.
So that's what I mean, strong personality. I don't mean strong as in, she's superwoman and, she can't be hurt. That type of strong, but for the lack of a better word, I just use the word strong.
Yeah, there's definitely a better word out there.
What would be another word?
Anything better than strong personality. I hear that. Like I got a buddy who's online dating, and he says women actually put that in their like profile,
Yeah.
in their description.
That's a black thing though. Men do the same thing.
That is something you need to hide. That's like admitting on your resume that you are a chronic marijuana smoker and you do it 6 times a week. Why would you put that in there? Why would you put that at top? That's nothing you highlight.
What, calling yourself strong?
Why do you have a strong personality? What does that mean? I don't know. No. You should say demure.
Well, strong personality can also be people who are just very assertive.
Assert this. All right. So
Did you say assert this?
anyway, look. From the outside looking in, what I
Mhm.
see, a lot of women, their friendships. When y'all get together, y'all just nod and bob your heads, you know?
What do you mean?
It's like a cult. The group think is amazing amongst a group of women. Like it's like 5 of y'all.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I'm glad you talked about. I don't hang with groups of women. I actually thought about this last night.
Why don't you hang with women?
I don't know.
You smart then.
I don't know. I don't hang.
You're smart.
It's either I was actually laying in the bed thinking about my friends throughout my life, and it's always been.
Hold on.
What?
Just let's sit here for a minute.
Okay.
Trying to get the imagery of you laying in bed thinking about your
Lord.
life.
Stupid.
Was that sad? Was that sad for you?
No, it wasn't sad.
Okay. Were you looking at the ceiling?
I'm nice and comfortable. And
well, I hope so.
Drifting off.
But okay, the image I have is you lying on your in looking
you're
at the
imagining
sky
me looking all pitiful. Don't do
yeah,
that.
with tears going.
Don't do that.
Underneath
no,
it. Okay.
Don't do that.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm being rude, aren't I?
No, you're
Okay.
just being you. All my life I've always had. I'm not gonna say I've always had. When I socialize with my girlfriends, it's always just 2.
Mm-hmm.
If there's the very seldom is 3.
Right.
I haven't had a third best friend where we were together every day, all day long, 3 friends straight, probably since I was maybe about 23 years old.
Did you say all day long, every day? Nobody does that. You don't have time anymore.
Exactly.
You're
exactly,
older.
But that was exaggeration. But whenever you hang out, whenever you're together, it's always 2. If there's a third person, it's always a guy. I think I need to have a guy around if there's going to be more than just the two of us, because I think women need that
Is the
balance.
guy? Well, you're a Virgo, but is the guy there to block traffic?
I just think he's there to keep balance.
Mm. I mean, I find that's interesting.
Yeah, I
That's
think he's there
interesting.
to keep balance.
I mean, let's face it, and I think you're alluding to it, so I'm just gonna say it for you because you haven't had the word. Female friendships suck for the most part.
Not all of them, because I have some true.
You won't even be with more than one at a time.
You don't need more than one at a time. You know what I mean?
But you won't be with more than why is that? Why
two
won't
is
you?
company, three is a crowd.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, it depends. Now, some people don't feel that way about the bedroom.
Well, I've never experienced more than two people in the bedroom, so I mean myself and another person.
Laying in the bed last night. Laying in the bed last night, looking at the ceiling. How many people was it?
It was me, myself, and I.
Oh God, them poor pillows. they were wet as I don't know what.
With tears.
That's all right, man. Life's gonna get better. Trust me. Don't worry.
Whatever. Tiana is happy single.
Yeah. I know they go together. Those two things. Happy single.
Do.
So okay.
Happily single is not the same thing as happy and single. It's two different things.
Explain.
Happily single is actually saying that you're happy being single. Mm-hmm. Happy and single meaning I'm happy while being single.
Are you dating?
Absolutely.
So how many days you get a week? How many free meals you steal in a week?
I don't steal free meals. I don't have a problem purchasing meals.
I'm just saying though, if you're going on dates 9 times out of 10, they're paying, right?
Not all the time. No, not 9 times. 5 times out of 10.
Half and half? Mm-hmm. You one of those people?
I don't mind buying.
No, you shouldn't mind buying. No. I'm just asking.
Yeah, that's easy.
If you're dating, I would think you spread the wealth and have a bunch of free meals.
I don't mind spending a little bit of money on a man.
You should, cuz. You shouldn't mind it.
I don't mind.
You're independent, right? Huh? Somebody's face. Excuse me, we got somebody else in the studio. It's another woman.
Not by choice. Face.
You're not by choice what?
I'm not independent by choice. I'm independent by default. I'm independent because I don't have no choice but to be independent. I'm single. I'm not codependent. I'm not married. Yeah,
we're getting off this friend thing because this is a whole other show.
You asked no.
I did. And I let it stray and we have the freedom to do that. But one show I would like to talk about the social life of Tiana Griffin because I feel like that would be very interesting. I know it is. No. I know it is. I know you get to go out on Tuesday nights and stuff like that. That stuff other people can't do, right?
No, not necessarily, because most of my friends all have older children. Like, I don't have any friends with babies. So most of my friends had kids young. So their children are damn near in high school or some out of high school. Okay. You know what I mean? Or going to high school. Or, I don't have any friends with any small babies.
Okay, so along the friendship lines, our parents, for the most part, drilled this into our heads, right? When we were young. About, you are the company you keep, right?
I agree.
So do you still feel, as you've gotten older, your friendships are still beneficial?
As I get older, absolutely.
In what ways?
Just for companionship. Just to have somebody to talk to about certain things.
Like what?
Anything, it doesn't matter.
Okay, but not everybody's a good sounding board.
Unfortunately, I am.
You're a good sounding board?
I'm the friend that everybody wants to tell their problems to. Which sometimes I feel slighted sometimes, because when it's time for me to talk about my feelings or whatever I have going on, I don't always think my friends sometimes hear me. I have one friend that I believe truly, truly listens, and we're both Virgos. So we're a lot alike, and she is the.
So there's two of you?
Day one. It's two of me. Jesus. She's more of a Leo Virgo cusp though. She's like on the cusp, so she has traits of a Leo.
All the way screwed up.
Yeah, she has traits of a Leo.
Okay, so this is the question I ask a lot of my female friends. Do you think your friends or your friendships are contributing to you being single?
Yes. Yes.
So what you gonna do?
Yes. I don't know.
You know the interesting turn that this show is taking. I'm interviewing you, which you don't even get. How about friends with the opposite sex? How do you feel about them? Because I've had many many a female best friend, and I've enjoyed a lot of them. Actually, majority of them have been Virgos. What I like about Virgo females is they're not offended as easily as a lot of women, and they crave the truth. So I can be hard toward them, and eventually they'll come back to life. But it's maddening also to have Virgo female best friend because
Virgos
when they get in a rut, they are down. And you worry if they're gonna commit suicide or whatever. So I found having female best friends to be beneficial and understanding females a little bit more. And notice I make the distinction between female best friends because female best friends are not the same as male best friends. And apart from the obvious reasons why you say that one being male, one being a female, I find that I am the sounding board, and women always have a problem. And you find yourself running to if they don't have a man at that time, you find yourself running to their aid a lot. And before you know it, you almost feel like you kind of in a relationship, but you're not in a relationship, which is going to lead us to what we're going to talk about after we come back from this break, because we're going to jump.
Something to say about that.
You do? Yeah. Okay, so when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about the friend zone / bro zone.
Yeah, I think partly that may be for you, for your benefit as well.
What
I think you like to feel needed.
Do I?
Mm-hmm. That's why
I'm a man.
Always running to
Can't you see the beard?
You like being needed.
I'm a man. Yes, I like being needed. Okay. That's my job. Okay. So you need me, believe it or not. So when we come back, we're going to analyze and talk about the friend zone and try to figure out how the hell people end up in this lost place, and if there is a way to get out. And if there's any guys out there watching and want to call in, I want to know if any of y'all have been in the friend zone and managed to escape.
And I want to know, why is the friend zone such a bad place to be? Why is the friend zone such a bad place to be?
Because you don't want to be in it.
Why?
We'll talk about when you get back.
Okay.
And we're back.
Hey.
While we were away, we learned a little bit more about Tiana. We learned that Tiana makes men cry and breaks them down. So I'm sitting next to a firecracker, y'all. So before we left, you said there's something you wanted to address on the friend zone thing, on the friendships, opposite sex.
It was two things. It was about needing, because we were just talking off the air, so I can't remember what the hell we were talking about. We were talking about you. Mm-hmm. We were talking about you having the need to feel needy.
Needed. Not needy. I'm not needy.
Needy. Why? Not ED. Can you hear me? Because I don't hear nothing.
I can hear you. I'm sitting next to you. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay. And what's wrong with the friend zone?
What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with the friend zone?
It's a jail without bars.
But if you're friends, keyword is friends, you're still my friend. We may not be having sex, but we're still friends.
Okay.
You get all the benefits of being my friend. You just can't have sex with me.
I don't know you that well. I don't anticipate there's that many benefits to being your friend.
Well, not you, not you per se, but I'm telling you, there are benefits to being my friend.
Such as?
Just conversation. I give great conversation. I give attention.
And you've been told this?
Yes. Quite often.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just going to tell you the reason why it's a jail without bars, because in jail, you're not getting sex. At least from a woman, you're not. Mm-hmm. Right?
But you ain't got to get sex from me. There's plenty of other women you go have sex with. Why
but if they want, okay, so let's first of all, before I talk about why the friend zone sucks, let's talk about how guys end up in the friend zone.
They put themselves in the friend zone.
I will agree with you wholeheartedly on
People put themselves in the friend zone.
But I will say this, and ladies, I want you to listen up. And I'm looking into the camera as I tell you this. If you know, a guy likes you, and don't act like you don't, y'all know.
We know.
Wait,
We
and you
know.
keep him in that friend zone. You keep him around, and you call him to do all the stuff that you would do with your girlfriend or do with the guy, but he's not that. You don't see him in that way. You are messed up.
No, but he's getting the benefit.
No, no, no. You know he likes you. What benefit?
Just going out, just sharing quality time. I might want to watch TV. Hey, come over watch TV with me. I
See,
might cook
every time.
dinner.
Okay, so like, okay, I've been in the friend zone once in my life, and it was bad for like, let me see, high school, going into college, and the first couple years of college, right? So this is the same person,
Mm-hmm.
and I started dealing with her at 17, right? And it was my fault. Like, you have to take inventory. So what I started to do, she was a pretty girl. So I figured the way I could get next to her was offering friendship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And being her friend, you get into her inner circle. Now you're her confidant, right? And you get to go places. You get privileges, like you said, that
Mm-hmm.
other people don't get. But little do the guy know, you're getting further and further and further away from ever touching that joint. You think the more you're around her, the more the closer you're getting, and you're getting further and further and further away. And when your nuts finally grow to the size of melons, and you finally put yourself out there and tell her what you should have told her in the beginning, she have the audacity to tell you, "I don't see you like that," or something to that effect.
But it's the
Or you're like
truth.
my brother. And the difference is, I have a sister. I grew up with a sister. And I wouldn't screw my sister. We're not that type of family. So we don't have
He said we're
that.
not that type of
Well,
family.
not I'm
You
not a family
stupid.
ram.
Of course.
So
Stupid.
if I wouldn't do it, I'm not like, and there's nothing wrong if we do it. We're not. I'm not your brother though.
I've never told a guy you're like my brother. Because 9 times if I friend zone you, we probably have been intimate in some kind of way. Not always sexual, but we've been intimate.
What else is there?
There's intimacy, there's kissing, there's hugging, there's holding each other.
Well, that's even worse.
No,
No, it is. It is. How are you gonna
you
do?
are
How you gonna?
fool.
How you gonna let him rub up on all your softness and then be like, nope, you're my friend?
Easy, super fucking easy,
How does this work in your mind?
super fucking easy.
That's the beauty of controlling sex. Y'all can like slowly step it back, and we don't even know. You invite him over. So okay, maybe that one night he got you a little vulnerable, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get you vulnerable. Life got you vulnerable, and he just happened to be there, and he got to rub up on you and kiss on you a little bit, and put his nose where your perfume goes.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day he's thinking, when you're calling, he's like, yeah, I finally broke that barrier. And all of a sudden, the next time,
he's probably thinking, I finally hit that. I finally got some ass. I finally fucked. It's not always
what?
Broke the barrier. How?
No. Meaning he got close. He got intimate enough to, because say that first time y'all ain't do nothing, right? So he's thinking, okay, he's getting closer, and then y'all might step it back, step it back slowly but surely. Now he's in an awkward space for some time until he can't take it no more.
What's some time?
I don't know how it goes
weeks,
for everybody.
Months?
Well, look, I told myself after that one situation, it would never happen to me again. I don't need female friendship. I just seem to get it. I don't need that because it's just different, and I don't see the reason I don't see the benefit to having an attractive friend.
Part of the reason
that I can't screw.
See, part of the reason why I don't have a problem with the friend zone, because like I said,
because you control it.
I'm so used to cutting men off. Like if we're dating,
that's gonna bode well for you in the future. Go ahead.
If we're dating and it's not working out.
So then you offer friendship after that?
It depends. What normally I just don't want to be bothered at all. I used to tell men we can't be friends at all. Like I don't want to be connected to you. You can't. Call me again.
You are. Hey, I got to give this to you.
What?
And I'm so glad you're sitting here next to me.
Mm-hmm.
You are a master communicator. Why do all these things got to be spoken?
Because that's the only way I can understand. Like if I have questions in my mind, I have to.
No, I'm saying you said y'all not working out, right?
If it's not working, if we're not getting along.
Why does it have to be? These discussions are. Why are we having this discussion?
Why not have the discussion?
So what? How's this go? Is this a severance package? I don't see you in that way, but we can be friends. Seems like an extra FU out the door, right?
I don't think the conversation goes, to that all the way, like to that detail. I don't think it ends that way, but it's more of a
if they're super attracted to you, right? And at some point you decide I don't want to go this route, but you offer friendship,
Now I do.
they take it.
So far, so good.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this, ladies. If a guy is, let's be honest. I want you guys to think deeply and do some soul searching. As friends go, you guys aren't the best friends. That's why, I mean, Tiana said that earlier, right?
No, because I have a really good male friend. I really do. I have one good male friend that's been around for 15
And he doesn't
years.
like you.
No, he's actually married.
Those can work. That can work.
He's
That
married, and it's always been platonic 100%. There's no attraction whatsoever. He's just always been a good,
okay, listen.
solid friend. A good, solid friend.
I don't advise you telling guys that there's no attraction whatsoever. I don't care if he's married though. I don't advise you speaking that.
Why? It's the truth.
So are you one of those people that have to absolutely tell the truth? You give gratuitous truth? Truth that can be mean and nasty for no reason?
Depending on how I'm feeling. It's a possibility. I could.
Okay, listen. You guys aren't like I was speaking to the ladies earlier. Your friendship isn't that dope that we crave it. So chances are, if you have a male friend that's been around for all these years, yeah, we like the female perspective from time to time, but chances are he wants to screw you. And you got this little cute idea of a murder. You know how y'all do. If we're both still single at 40, we gonna get married.
That's some shit you see on TV.
People really say that. Hey, look,
really?
I'm gonna tell you what.
I ain't never met nobody that said that. I've never met.
You better make a plan for that. All I know is you need to start getting your paperwork together because in 5 years, this gonna sound hella good.
I'm you and a friend, somebody's wife in the next 5 years.
Yeah, I ain't talking about the pastor at church though. I'm talking about somebody else. Because I know you pledged yourself to Jesus and a few other pastors, but if you and a guy, because y'all swear the pastor is Jesus. No, I don't. The pastor get more action than the damn offering plate.
I know what you're saying though.
You know what I'm saying, right? And you know a lot of women be like, Pastor said, Pastor. All the single women run back to church, right?
No, now they listening to Steve Harvey.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're in trouble. But anyway, we are in trouble. And I feel sorry for ladies, man, that's out here searching because you're not going to find it listening to no Steve Harvey or listening to the pastor. Yeah, you're better off listening to me. So if there's a guy, no, I'm telling you this because I don't have a vested interest in this really. So like,
so you're just talking just to talk?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
If a guy likes you and you know it, cut him loose or give him some.
Why does that have to be either or? Why do you have to give him some? For what?
For pain and suffering.
That's just to satisfy him. For what?
So okay, hold on. This is we about to get off the friendship thing for 1 second.
Then I don't want we're
gonna get off this friendship thing for 1 second. You said to satisfy him, right?
If all you said to give him some,
yeah.
To give him some for what? What would be the reason I give him some sex? How does that benefit me?
Do I have to explain to you how sex goes?
No. I'm not talking about the feeling of sex.
That's the benefit you get.
No, I can get that from somebody that I really want it from.
Well, see, that's a spoiled view, man. But it's true. You guys can get it from who you want it from. But why are you gonna have this guy catering to your every need and filling every other emotional role except for that?
He can go about his business if it's not working for him.
Okay, Tiana the hard one. Anyway, pretty soon Tiana has a birthday coming up.
It's not being hard. I just think to me it's a more realistic view.
But see, they put themselves. That's what I'm saying. You're right. We already covered this ground. Guys put themselves in this situation. Mm-hmm. They did a lot of times because they don't have the balls to put themselves out on a limb and say what they want early and then live with the consequences. Because a lot of times they don't want to lose the opportunity or the chance of not getting close to this person.
Where does compatibility come into all of this?
You're already compatible. You guys are friends.
Just because you get along, just because you get along, just because you're cordial, just because you're cool, that don't mean that you're compatible.
Excuse me, Darnell. Can we rewind 30 minutes ago in the show when she was talking like practical, Tiana? Because this is not a practical answer.
Why not?
You just because you get along, just because you do this, just because what else is there?
There's other stuff.
Like
There's
what?
other stuff. It's family dynamic. It's whether or not you want children. It's whether or not you want to get married. It's when.
But you've had
whether or
all these
not
discussions
you.
as best friends, right? You would think. Y'all spitballed a few of these ideas.
Sometimes you may not be physically connected to him. It could be the sex. It could be bad.
But you
sex.
said you just said.
In some cases.
Am I the only one lost?
Okay, all right. Let me say this. Let me say this. I don't want to sound like I'm contradicting myself.
No, but you are.
Let me say this. Every situation is not the same. There are some guys that you've had sex with that they can go into a friend zone, and there are some guys that you haven't had sex with and they can go into the friend zone.
How do you have sex with somebody and go into the friend zone?
Because I don't want to be your lover. I want to be your friend.
That seemed like a mean parting gift, man.
That's not a mean parting gift. You're a good person. I like you around.
But you don't like the sex.
The sex might not be great.
And you're gonna make him a friend?
What does friend and sex got to? if we're not having sex and we're just friends,
you know what though? I like you because you're slightly arrogant. I like you, man, because you're saying
I'm not dabbing.
Dab me up a little. No, because you're saying that your friendship is a prize.
Put your fist down. I'm not.
It's a privilege. How about this thing?
You? No. No.
You're really passing off the privilege of your friendship as a gift. That's what you're doing.
Y'all,
and that's great though. That's great. No, that's great. So how do people? Let's discuss how people get out the friend zone. Is it possible? How do you do it? Anika? I'm sorry, we got somebody that's off camera that's nodding their head.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get out?
How do you get out?
Because I got a few ways that I just feel like it. I feel like you should shame the person and cuss them out and throw it all out on the table.
Some people like abuse. I know you can cuss people out and they still be right back there knocking on your door waiting for you to open.
You talking about you as the person, the controller of the friend zone? I'm talking about someone
know, not necessarily my situation.
I'm talking about somebody that's in the friend zone.
Mm-hmm.
One of your friend zoned people, the exiles, how do they get out? Has there ever been a case where someone got out the friend zone? With you. I'm asking for an anecdotal experience. Yes. Okay, what?
You just stop communicating.
And they got out of the friend zone?
You just stop talking to each other and you just move on.
No. Not stop being your friend.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the friend zone, which is like purgatory, right? It's in between heaven and hell.
Right.
How do they get to heaven since you view yourself as a prize?
I've never had that situation. I've never taken a guy out the friend zone and then we started dating.
Jesus, man. You know, Obama communicated a bunch of ex-drug dealers sentences. You won't even let a nigga out of the friend zone?
Why do I have to force a relationship? Like
possibly you could have relationships all around you though that you're not exploring.
But if I don't recognize it, then how would I know?
You know what? I think at times women would be a lot better off if we went back to the time of cavemen when dudes just hit you over the head with a club and drug you by your hair, because I think you guys would be able to get out of your own way. Arranged marriages are not a bad idea, and I
actually agree.
I think there's something that should be really investigated in the Black community.
I agree.
I don't know if there's
arranged marriage, and I wouldn't have to go through all this shit.
I don't know if there's a secret society of Black people that get together and plan our destiny, but I think we need to look into that because I'm really interested in our communities, and I think the family structure need to be rebuilt. And I think with this set of women and men, they need some guidance in this area, especially the women. So, yeah. Since nobody's escaping the friend zone, nobody has any of experience of getting out the friend zone, I recommend don't put yourself in that jail. We are our own worst enemies a lot. So if you don't have the balls, like men, I'll speak to men right now. If you don't have the balls to tell a woman what you want, what you're there for, how you see her, And I'm talking about being honest in the beginning, even if you just want to hit it.
But what if you are and she's resistant to that? Like you can tell me all day long that you feel me, you love me, you want me, but if I'm not
You're jumping the
feeling,
gun with the love part, though.
hmm,
You're jumping the gun with the love part,
okay, let's take away the love
though. Okay.
part, Mark.
Okay.
If you like me, you care about me, you see me in your future, and if I'm not feeling that, then what are you supposed to do? But go
Step
about
back.
your business.
Go about your
Right.
business.
So,
But it's like being in the court of law. Once you say it, she can strike it for the record she wants. She's not gonna forget you said it. So if you see her months later down the road, you can approach her the same way. But once you put yourself in that friend zone, the friend zone is really a false sense of security, because truth be told, when you become a girl, when you're in that friend zone, there's a lot of conversations or a lot of ways that you won't talk to your best friend, which is actually not the best representation of yourself. You know what I mean? He probably ain't gonna talk shit to you because he can't, because he ain't even touched the joint yet. And the longer he's around, he don't want to violate that friendship.
I don't think men are that. I don't think men really care all like that.
About friendship?
Yeah.
We got stronger friendships than y'all. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I mean, friendships with women. Y'all okay with being cool with your boys, but I don't think men really, really, truly care about connecting and having long-lasting friendships with women. Because 9 times 10, when it's time for them to get in a relationship, whoever they marry may not necessarily be comfortable with a friend around. So,
but
men
the reason,
don't hold on
but
to
the
women
reason,
like women hold on to men for friends.
but it's because the male friendship for women is more beneficial than it is having the female friendship as a male. Like y'all get a lot, you get a lot out of it, man.
That's true.
Like when it comes time for you, when it comes time for you to move,
yes,
exactly.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
If I got a flat tire, boop boop boop, I can call them.
When you need guidance,
yes.
If you call your female friends, you're in trouble.
No, I'll call my.
Don't call them.
No.
Don't call them.
No, but it depends on what type of friends, because the friends that I really love and the friends that have had my back for forever, they don't always tell me what I want to hear. That's why they're my friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They tell me most times what I need to hear.
Usually when a group of female friends, and this was actually the genesis of why I wanted to do this show, because I feel like it's very different, male friends and female friends. Within a group, men can still be independent within the group. Free thinking. True. Women within the group setting adopt.
That's true.
Group think.
That's true.
And it ends up 5 of them will end up sharing a brain like Wi-Fi. So I guess they don't want their memory or their battery life to go down, and none of them, it's only one of them thinking, and it's just circling around, and all they do is, yeah, girl,
I run from those. I can't, because I know exactly what you're talking about, and I don't, like I said, it's either me or one other girl. I never do the packs of women. I've never really done the packs of women.
So the way you feel about women, don't you feel sorry for us, man? Then?
No.
Why?
No, because you handle emotions way different. Y'all don't really trip off the stuff that we trip off of.
But what do y'all trip off of?
It could be anything. It could be anything.
I know that. It can be anything. So having said that, you don't feel sorry for us?
No.
Okay, well, I think we're going to end this friendship discussion. Before we get out of here, I want to touch on something. So when we come back, I'm going to tell the women 7 things. I ran into this article off of this website called blackgirlcreate.com. 7 things no one tells black girls about their 20s. So after this quick break, we'll come right back. We'll close the show up with that. And we're back. We're about to close this show off with this article I found. And I'll make sure I attribute it correctly. From blackgirlcreate.com. It doesn't exactly tie into the subject matter of this week's show, but I thought it was interesting, and maybe you guys might too. It's called 7 Things No One Tells Black Girls About Their 20s. Number 1, that you will not have your shit together by 30.
That is the God knows truth.
You won't. You just won't. You will not. And if you do have your shit together, then high five to you and sweet baby Jesus, because you are the exception. Mm-hmm. Yet and still, you guys expect men to. Number 2, that you need to see some of the world. My man John can attribute this. Generally, Black people aren't encouraged to travel. Yeah, we might visit a neighboring state, go a little further for a family reunion, but a lot of us haven't seen anything outside of our neighborhood. Getting on a plane, yeah, right. A lot of your problems, as far as stretching your mind, would be solved once you get on a plane and see the world, because you'll be forced to think outside of your box.
I agree.
So I'm always talking to single ladies because I see a lot of this stuff reoccurring. If you got outside of your box, more would be available to you. That's all I have to say. Number 3, that if you have kids, they will change your life so hard. These little boogers are true love personified, but they also give you an infinite amount of heart attack, stress you out beyond measure, cost a shitload of money, bother you endlessly, and snatch your entire social life. 3B, that if you don't have kids, they will change your life so hard because your mama and your mama's best friend and your grandmama and your auntie and your married with children friends will all be asking you when you plan on having them. Number 4, that the people who you started the 20s with may not end with you. That's
agree.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not where you want to be, I'm not telling you cut your friends, but you might need to get some new friends to change perspectives and outlooks on life. Number 5, that sometimes things just don't work out, especially if you are trying to get intimate with Tiana. Because apparently, if you try to get close to her and you kiss her one time and she don't feel the sparks, if her lips don't catch on fire, tomorrow you will be in the friend zone. And I don't think she really lets you know
I'm
either.
gonna give you some time.
Look, okay. Number 6, that you ain't Superwoman unless you are Tiana.
No,
I want to highlight in bold and put this. Oh, what do you mean you're not Superwoman?
I don't think I'm
your
Superwoman.
friendship is the gold medal prize, right? The Olympics just finished, right?
I just know what I've been told.
Okay, all right. Anyway, I want to highlight this bold and put this in bright red font just to make sure that this is clear. Don't believe the hype. This whole notion that black women need to strive toward perfection, make all the sacrifice, give loyalty freely, hold it together, do every single thing for every single body with some sort of extraordinary strength and never waver or ask all the time is a lie.
But a lot of women run around chanting that shit though.
Well, you need to talk to them. I don't have that much female friends. And lastly, the road to discovering yourself is not easy or fast. You will not find yourself before 30. In fact, you will not find yourself at all. You will have to work hard as hell to create yourself and the life you want. Creating that is not easy and it takes time. I've been on this planet for almost 3 decades and I'm just now figuring out what the hell I'm doing here. Yet and still, again, you guys want men to have it figured out by this time.
I can honestly say I am happier at 35 than I was at 30.
And in 5 years, will you be more happy or upset?
I will be more happy because I'm hoping to have children and a husband by 40.
I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you children and a husband by 40. Mm-hmm. If you make a pact with that friend that you have in the friend zone, that if by 40, if by 38, you're not married, you and him get married and do whatever. Have a kid and make a family.
People not making pacts. That's some shit you see on TV.
You better try it. You better. What do you think? Art imitates life. People make pacts.
Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
I would go on that show.
Yeah, I bet you would. Mess up every other dude's life on that joke. Anyway, that does it for tonight's show. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was a little bit all over the place, but I think that's the way we kind of like it. And I think that's where we get to see how messed up the mind of Tiana works. Please tune in next week, and we'll have more in the many adventures of Tiana Griffin on the Tiana Griffin Show.
Good night, everybody.